Coach Partee, as number 2 seed, you guys made some progress and took over. Do you have your best team so far at Smith since you came over there?
What my headphones, Andy?
We got those in order. You're going to see those Christmas morning.
Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Santa Claus will bring them. This is one of our better teams. I don't know talent-wise, but team-wise, yes, this is probably our best team we've had.
Is this what you were pointing toward to try to build? Is this what you were looking for when
Absolutely.
you came over?
Absolutely.
What is the makeup of this team? What makes this team the 9-2 team it is?
They're unselfish. The kids are unselfish. They play together. And they're pretty talented. We're pretty talented.
It comes down to, I know you got the tall guys. You got Gamble, you got Gainey, you got Bigelow can play all over the place. But it comes down to sometimes guys like Crutchfield and maybe Cameron Hayes, guys like that. They've got to do some stuff to make all this thing click, right?
Absolutely. Cameron is probably averaging close to 8.5 assists a game. So he's that's unbelievable for a high school kid. So he's making it happen.
Sometimes he's kind of the overlooked guy. Sometimes too, kind of gets lost because you got so much name talent on this team.
Well, I don't know how you can. I don't think he's overlooked because I think he's vital, a very vital piece of our puzzle. And then a kid like Jacob Crutchfield, who's been a varsity player. This is his 4th year now. He's our experience, so he's always coming through in the clutch for us.
He was big a week ago tonight, wasn't he? 1 week ago this evening.
Absolutely, at Southwest Guilford, he had a big game.
I watched the game and I listened to the game when our guys broadcasting the game, and I can still see him late in that game. And I think it was a tight ball game. Came down and hit some real key free throws.
Yeah, we were down 1 with he got fouled, 4 seconds left, and knocked both of them down.
That's big, isn't it?
Oh, that's pressure.
Senior, right?
Yes, sir.
What a moment. That had to be a great moment for him. And a big moment for you and the team, too, because that was a huge win to beat Southwest. You needed that conference win.
Absolutely. That's a defending 4A state champs. A lot of people say, they had a couple kids transfer, and I reminded our kids that they still have 8 kids on that team with the state championship ring.
That's right.
So, it's still a very, very good team.
Good defense on Cooper Cunningham that night, too, right? The outside shooter?
Yeah, he was our focus that night.
Yeah.
You try to take away something from a team when you play him, and that night.
Who worked on him? Silas Mason, was that his job that night?
Silas, that was Silas' job, and we tried to take away Cooper that night, and we lost the other kid, number 10. Man, he was on the boards like crazy. He had a heck of a game, and to his credit, one of the teams they played, the coaches gave me a scouting report and said, "Hey, he's the guy." And I'm thinking about last year, and I'm like, "No, Cooper's the guy."
Yeah.
And so we tried to take away Cooper, and that kid killed us.
I saw Southwest against Dudley, and they were just a phenomenal team that night when they played Dudley at Dudley. They got some kids that, even though they were strong last year, people thought they'd be down this year. They're still a very good team.
Absolutely a very good team. Guy does a phenomenal job with them every year. He always has them ready to play hard, and they run his stuff. They run his system.
The team I'm worried about, though, is Mount Tabor in that conference. That's the team I'm kind of scared of because you've got talent. Southwest has got talent. You got other talent, but boy, Mount Tabor, man.
Yeah, Tabor's probably
down to 3. That's really a 4A that's done a lot of 4A things over the years too, dropping down.
Yeah, and they're probably the best team in our conference. People don't want to talk about it that much, but reality is I've never known Mount Tabor to be a 3A school before. The rest of the teams in our conference have gone up and gone down. And Mount Tabor, surprised that they're going to be 3A, but man, they're tough. Coach Muse is like a legend over in Forsyth County, and he does a great job. He's got some good talent.
Thinking about the HAECO, how big is it for Smith being in this tournament? How big would it be for Smith to win this tournament?
To be in the tournament, I think it's really big for all the schools because one thing that the HAECO does is support the schools financially.
Well, it feels good to get some money back, doesn't it?
And that's a huge boost to all the schools' athletic programs. So financially, it's huge for us to be invited and have been invited every year, and we definitely love to be in and stay in the tournament, the HAECO tournament every year.
And to win it, what would that do for you guys? That'd be huge.
Well, It would be huge. Every win for me is huge. We played Reedsville last night. It was huge.
Nice, yeah. Feels good the next day. That's
we played Northwest Guilford Tuesday in the first round of HAECO. If we can win, that'll be huge, and so on and so forth. So, of course, if we go 3-0 next week, it'll be huge. Not because it's the HAECO, because every game is important nowadays in the and when it comes to our playoff seeding. The last few years, they dropped 3 games. This year, they're including everything, including conference tournament. So every game is important.
Emphasis has really changed because there for a while, conference tournament came up. You were in pretty good shape.
It was kind of a wash.
Yeah. On through that.
Yeah. But this year, every game counts, including conference tournament. So yes, the HAECO and every game in the HAECO is very important to all the public schools.
What about your memories back in the day when you played there? You played there, right? Back around your day?
Yeah.
What memories? I mean, was it back in those days? Did Vince DeWitt take over the tournament? Did Braxton Williams do the thing? Was it Haywood? What do you remember about those guys yourself in the tournament?
When I played, man, Vince was the man. Vince DeWitt was the man. Vince DeWitt is still like
a man around town,
folklore legend. Vince is the man, and it started in the HAECO. We were freshmen. We graduated high school together, and our freshman year, Vince got moved up to varsity and playing Greensboro Day in the championship, and Dudley was down, and Vince got a steal and knocked down the 3-point shot to win the game.
Man, you guys
as a freshman. And that was big.
And now he's on the varsity team in the HAECO tournament back then, probably a little 4 pizza Hut, whatever. And you guys beating Greensboro Day.
Yep.
Huge, isn't it? That's huge.
And then we were playing that championship game in the main arena.
In the big building.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of space in there too. That's a different setup there. Wow.
Yeah.
And he was a freshman of all things.
Freshman.
Wow.
And then we also
folklore.
I think we also won it again my senior year in '95.
That's some good memories, right? Good memories.
Absolutely. So I've played in this event and won a championship as a player, assistant coach in this event, and won a championship as assistant coach. And it'd be fun to be like, I would think maybe the first guy, if we got lucky enough to win it, that'd win it as a player, assistant, and head coach.
Cycle.
That'd be cool.
That'd be huge. Something definitely to shoot for. That'd have to feel good. But like you say, every game, every win is an important game. Every win is huge.
Absolutely.
But talk about the team, how you guys got to be 9-2, because I know you dropped that one game last Friday night after the Thursday night game. That was tough.
It was tough, man. The Southwest game was so emotional. I mean, I think the final was 93-92.
93-92 is what I've got written down.
I mean, in the high school basketball game, and it was up and down. It was fast-paced.
To be a good game at 93-92, that says a lot. It was a good game.
Absolutely. It was super fun to watch. It was super fun to be a part of. And then we came back the next night and played another conference game, and our guys just didn't have the same energy.
And it was against Parkland, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was against Parkland, and
against Travis Holcomb Fay, I think that guy was.
He's still there, and he was a heck of a player, and he's doing a good job as a coach. And so the biggest thing that day was trying to explain to the guys, hey, this is just as important as Southwest.
That's gonna be hard to do. Because you just built them up so much that Southwest Guilford game. Now you got to tell them the same thing about the next game at night against the team Parkland they don't know as much about, because they know Southwest Guilford.
Absolutely.
They know those guys inside and out.
And the thing about our conference this year, and all the coaches in our conference will tell you, every game is winnable and every game is losable. So
especially getting that conference every almost night in, night out schedule. You're playing Tuesdays and Fridays. That becomes even more that much.
Yeah. But this team, we dropped that game to Parkland. We dropped the game to defending 6A state champs in Texas in a tournament.
Now, where was that tournament held? Did you play?
Peoria, Illinois.
You didn't go to Washington. You didn't go to Texas. You went out to Illinois. Is where you guys were at.
We were in Illinois.
Heck of a trip there.
Yeah, man. It was
a good experience. These kids. People realize that sometimes some of these kids haven't been on the road like that before. Some have because they travel AAU, but some kids, they're taking off like that for some of the first time.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Seeing the Midwest, a different part of the country. We played 4 games in 4 nights.
Wow, 4 straight.
I mean, that's tough, man. So, but you're going to have times in the season where you got to play back-to-back nights. Right. You're going to be in the HAECO tournament, and you got to play 3 nights in a row. So hopefully that prepared us for that type of environment. And then, like you say, we got to take the kids to a Chicago Bulls game, and so I think it was a heck of experience for our players.
It's almost like the people who are in education in the classroom all day long, they might not want to buy into this idea, but that's almost like an educational field trip. People don't realize it, but it really is.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I got some kids that take sports marketing class, and just this in a professional arena, looking at all the things that they study in class, and it's almost like hands-on learning.
Yeah, and you can't get enough of that stuff either, because every time you turn around, you see a different angle. It's just like coaching. You see a different coach doing something a different way. You better jot that down. Better remember that. Same thing with those kids seeing those things they're selling at those Bulls games. How they're selling those things. What's going down there?
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a heck of an experience, and you know, if we had a chance to do something like that again, we wouldn't hesitate.
Look at that tournament. You're number 2 seed, right underneath Greensboro Day number 1. Underneath you two, who has the best chance to win the tournament next week? After number 1 and number 2, who do you look at the next in line maybe to take that tournament? Because you may say a few teams may have a chance because you've seen a few of these teams.
I'm going to say a few teams have a chance. I'll be honest with you, I think any of these teams could win the tournament.
You know, Dudley's got a lot to build upon because they can come in and say, if they get the right guys talking, I mean, this tournament used to be ours back in the day. This is something we used to live in. It used to be like their hangout back in the day. I mean, Dudley was in that tournament strong and won a number of tournaments under Coach Price. If they can get that mentality going. And plus, they've got some guys. Dudley's a different team this day and time.
They've got some good players.
It's not like a football team anymore, so they don't have those athletes. These are guys who are pure basketball players. It seems like most of them are not from the football team any longer. They've just got to learn to play, and we're going out to play basketball, and we've got to beat some pretty good teams in the process.
Yeah, they've got a good team. I think Northwest has got 2 or 3 really good players, and you know, in high school basketball, if you have 2 or 3 really good players, and everybody else understands, man, you can beat anybody. And Grimsley's got a good team. They're the 8 seed, and I'm telling you what, they're a better team than the 8 seed.
Tell you what, when I saw that, I wasn't going to rip it out there, but I thought, God, I couldn't believe it when I saw it that they were number 8 in the last seed. I thought they would maybe be number 5 or number 6, but that's just the way it came out.
Absolutely, you know, I messed around and accidentally hit.
You played them the first game of the year near it, right? At your place.
In a dogfight.
That Flowers kid threw down maybe one of the top dunks of the year. Remember that was crazy that they played you well.
Yeah, and I accidentally hit copy all on my email when I voted for the for the HAECO, and my vote, I think I had Grimsley number 4. And because I'm telling you, man, I think every team Page is really good. They've got 2 really good guards.
Certainly
it's tough, man.
Jalen King at Page is as good as anybody out here.
He's probably one of the best guards in the city. Yeah. And if you get going, you know, anybody could win it, I feel like.
And even Northern Guilford, Vandy Pack, their top man, has a big night. If he goes off, gets about 30 points, and their defense is playing well, they can win that game.
Absolutely.
Anybody's game coming up next week, and your game, tell us again who you're playing and what day you're playing. And we know you're playing Tuesday.
We've got Tuesday, and we've got Northwest Guilford.
Yeah, what time?
6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
6 o'clock.
The first evening game.
6 o'clock, first evening game next Tuesday night against Northwest. And like you say, they're coming off for that trip to Myrtle Beach, I think it was, or they went to Orlando.
Florida. They went to Florida.
They went to Florida, girls in Myrtle Beach. They're coming back from Florida, and they picked up a couple of wins. They've got some confidence now. They finally found that.
Absolutely, and I got some. I just want to let Coach Lee Revis know I was scouting them and watching them the whole time they were in Florida. I got me a flight down there, and
So you hit that computer and found some stuff there, huh? Found some details.
Yeah, trying to. So
scores down. Did you see the scores in their games? Like 37-36.
Low, right?
Low scoring games. Every game was tight.
You know what that means?
A good defense.
Good defense.
You would think.
Good defense.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're winning, that's what you tell the guys anyway. You
absolutely.
Got by a point. Again, what is Coach Derrick Partee from Smith High School? What's been the most pleasing thing since you were able to come over and take that head job at Smith? What's been good about this situation for you? Is you've gradually built yourself up and got into that position, grown in that spot?
One of the most pleasing things.
You absorb a lot of things. You see more. It's not just all basketball. I've realized a lot of things involved there. I know.
Yeah, and I was about to say is, trying to change the culture. Not saying that the culture was bad, but just changing it to what my belief of high school sports athletics should be about. And I'm like a holistic type of person, and so one of the best things is being my guys graduating, going on to college. college, whether they're playing sports or not, and just them keeping in touch. I had a kid emailed me the other day, or sent me a text message, excited, Coach, I got another 4.0, and you know, to see that. To see that and hear those things like that, and just watch the guys.
And to feel excited about sharing that with you is big too.
Absolutely.
That with a basketball coach, that's big.
Absolutely, and to get that text like, oh man, and you know, we got some guys playing college ball. That's always exciting. But just being able to put my imprint on the program.
Put your stamp on there and do it more than 1 year. Don't come in and say, I'm going to come over to Smith and I'll get these guys about 10 games over 500 or 5 or 6 over 500. I did the job. I'm going somewhere else. You've been there. How many years is it now?
This is year number 6, and
that's some longevity too that Smith hasn't had over the years.
Yeah, and a lot of people, you know, were thinking that I might try to get a job at a different school, and you know, I just felt like I've been able to build something that, like I said, is my footprint on it. I'm really enjoying the kids where I am.
And you're kids too. You got 3 or 4 kids going on to college next year.
We got 4.
Sign.
Yeah, we got 4 going on to play college ball. We'll have 6 going to college, but we got 4 going on to play college ball.
It's good stuff. Making your imprint, making your stamp, put your stamp on this program. Being around now 6 years, that says a lot. And again, what it says for you is you're growing as a young man too.
Oh yeah, I'm getting old, man. I turned 40 this year, a couple weeks ago.
And you got 25 years of good coaching left, maybe more. Talk to Freddie Johnson. I think Freddie's going to coach these 75.
I think Freddie's going to coach longer than that, probably.
Possibilities. Coach, good luck to you. Always good to see you.
Thank you.
1996 state championship, Dudley High School. Now trying
Say it again, Andy.
1996 Dudley Panthers state championship, beating Richmond County and who was it? The big kid, Jonathan. What's his last name? The big kid down there.
I don't know. I know Vincent Witt and Braxton Williams MVP. Yeah, we went to overtime.
State champions. This is it.
Thanks a lot, Andy.
Thank you, Derrick. Derrick Partee with us.